Hey everyone, we are back with another Plan With Me, and this week we are going to be using the kit from my sticker shop, and this one's called Nifty 50's, and this one is basically just inspired by a kind of like a 1950s themed diner. I really love that kind of style. There's a few like little old school diners like that in my city, and I always like going there, so this one is definitely inspired by that. So if you'd like to pick up this kit for yourself and use in your planner, I will have a link to my sticker shop below. So today's going to be another late upload on this one. I just have not been able to get these done before like either day before or day of. So I'm actually recording this a day of that it is supposed to go up, and I have just been relaxing at home the last couple days because we had snow, and it was nice because we don't get a lot of snow here. So whenever we do get snow, kind of like the whole town shuts down, which is fine with me. So I actually ended up getting to only work like a half day on Thursday, and then I had a Friday off. So I've just been chilling at home, and really I have been focusing on doing a lot of like cleaning up and tidying around the house and like decluttering and just a few little mini projects here and there. And one of the things that I was working on this weekend was doing this like white marble contact paper on my kitchen countertops. I have this like old school kind of like laminate countertop, and it's just not that cute. So I wanted to do just like a quick cheap kind of fix and got some white marble contact paper, and it actually looks so much better than it did before. So I'm feeling really good about it. I'm just hoping like it actually lasts some time and doesn't like, wear and tear super easily. So I'm excited about that, and I'm just kind of like doing little projects here and there, especially with it being just so cold and winter and everything right now. I don't really find myself getting out very much, obviously, so I like to do these little like mini home projects during this time of year because I'm just stuck inside all the time anyway. So that actually turned out pretty well, and I'm actually really happy with it. So I definitely want to do some more like little projects around the house like that, but I haven't decided what I'm going to tackle next. I did do some painting a couple months ago in my living room, and I'm kind of thinking I want to extend that paint color some more places, so I probably have some painting in my future coming up very soon. But I'm very happy with that because I just really have been making everything feel a lot more me lately in my house, and I'm really happy with all the changes, and it's just much more of like me, my personality and things like that, which I think it's so important to like make your surroundings like really reflect you and your personality. And ever since I did that, it's just like making me so happy, especially since I am a homebody kind of person and I like spending a lot of time at home. So I like being in an area that feels very me. So that's one thing I have been doing lately. And also, like I said, I've been doing a lot of tidying up and like really kind of deep cleaning and getting things decluttered out of my house, just because I have so many things that have been here for so long that I'm like, okay, this isn't even mine. I don't even want it. Why is it still here? So that is another thing that I feel like at the beginning of a new year, I'm always ready to like do that cleaning. I know a lot of people get that like kind of in the springtime, the spring cleaning, but for me, it definitely happens around New Year's because it's just kind of like a time for me to reevaluate like every aspect of my life. I'm like, okay, I got to get my health back in order. Got to get my diet back in order. I got to get my house cleaned. I got to, get my work all done, all that kind of thing. So that has definitely been something I've been focusing a lot on this weekend. And it has been so nice, like looking around and cleaning up all these little cluttery spots and making like everything feel a lot more calming. Because I'm the type of person, you guys, little clutters happen so quickly and so easily. And really it comes down to me just not having like a whole bunch of really good like storage solutions in my house. So I definitely have been working on like trying to cut down on the things that I have and then find a good storage solution for the things that I do have and that I do want to keep. So I definitely have been working on that. I feel so glad now. My main concern for this like little weekend with having like the snow day and like being, hunkered down at home was mainly getting like my kitchen kind of in order, and then like my dining room table. I'm definitely one of those people that the kitchen table is one of the first places to get cluttery because I'm either like working at the kitchen table or sitting at the kitchen table or doing something, and I'm very bad about like, especially if I'm doing crafts or anything like that, I will get all my stuff out, get excited, do my craft, and then like when it comes to the cleanup process, I'm not the best at it. So that is another thing I've really been trying to work on in 2025 is like if I get something out, clean it up immediately so it doesn't even get to the point of having like little cluttery piles and things like that. In like my digital life, I'm very organized, and like in my planner life, I tend to be very organized, but for some reason in my house, that organization just kind of falls apart, and it's really hard whenever I have like a whole bunch of piles of clutter everywhere. And I've really noticed that honestly, clutter is one of those things that is like a silent stressor for me, whether I realize it or not. And it's taken me so long to kind of put two and two together, and it's very like duh, but sometimes your brain just doesn't make that connection. And so when I'm looking around my house and I'm seeing like these little piles of clutter, I'm feeling anxious whether I am actually realizing that or not. And I finally kind of put that together, and I'm like, okay, I need to work on making sure every item has its place and knowing where that place is, because that's another thing, is when I get down to it and I take all my items and I put them where they're supposed to be, then I'm left with like this random assortment of things that just do not have a place to go. And then I get really frustrated because sometimes it's things that I might need at some point and I don't want to throw it away, but then I'm like, well, what do I do with it? So I've been working on trying to find like another kind of like a second junk drawer, because I do have my junk drawer that has like pens and paper clips and rubber bands and stamps, just all those kinds of like little things you would have like in your junk drawer. But I'm trying to like find another spot in my house to like have another dedicated junk drawer for just like those little random things that will never have a spot. So that is another thing I'm trying to work on. And I have already been feeling so much better just in the time that I have gotten my kitchen a little bit more organized. And like I said, the kitchen table, and I kind of reworked one of these little side countertop places. And now I've got like this cute little coffee bar that I have always wanted to have. And I know I do not even drink coffee, but it's like my hot chocolate bar, my tea bar, my coffee bar. So I have been really loving that, and that has been like one of the best ways for me to spend my little snow day that we have had here. I've really been enjoying that. And then my mom also came over and she kind of spent a couple of nights with me when we were kind of snowed in. So we just kind of had fun. We're watching The Crown right now. We are almost done with it. We've been watching it for like a year now, and I'm definitely one of those people that I do not tend to hop on the like hype train whenever a show comes out. So I know The Crown has been out for so many years, and I'm just one of those people where I kind of like to binge watch shows. So I tend to like wait till everything's all the way released and completely done, and it's been done for several years, but my mom and I have actually been watching it together whenever we get together and hang out and stuff. And so that's just kind of been like our show that we watch, and we've been watching it for like almost a year now, I think. I'm excited to like almost be done with it, but I'm also kind of sad because I just really love that show, and we watched like I think 4 episodes whenever she came over, and we got to like the really sad part where Diana passes, and so it was very emotional. And after we watched that episode, we're like, okay, I think we need to like kind of take a break because that was just so emotionally heavy. But I'm also very sad that we're down to like I think the last maybe like 4 or 5 episodes now, and it's definitely going to be really sad once we finish that because it was such a good show. And if you've never watched The Crown, if you're really into like either the British monarchy or like royalty in general and some kind of like historical fiction worked into it, I think for the most part it's pretty accurate to some degree, but it's definitely just a really good show, and I have been loving it so much. So if you haven't checked out The Crown, I definitely recommend it. But other than that, it's just been like a really cozy weekend at home, and I have been loving it as a natural born homebody. This is like my kind of weekend, so I've definitely been enjoying it quite a lot. All right, and that is it for this plan with me. This is the final spread. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on social media. Links are below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.